plantation build. It's been a few hours. I've had 4 parts on, and I kind of stopped recording for a while and did a whole bunch of stuff myself while I was like kind of in the zone. So I'll go over it. I'm pretty sure no one's even watched it. It shows 0 views, but whatever. I'm just doing this for my own health, I guess, right? So now what I've got the barn built over here. I've got the servants' quarters. I've got a shed, a storage shed, master's quarters. All of these 4 buildings are all completely furnished, painted, all that stuff, ready to go. They're actually pretty cool, pretty detailed. And then we've got a little gazebo over here. And that gazebo has got all the stuff that they'll need to be able to sit and watch with their little pitcher of tea, you know, all that nice stuff. A couple of benches, all the little, you know, candles for when they, work late nights. Watching the guys till the field. And that's their field right there. And then still have all this stuff back here. I'm gonna do some historically accurate forestry over here. I don't know if you can get my drift on that, but if you pay attention to the end of it, you might see it. Anyway, we'll get back to that. On this side, it's just going to be a little bit, a couple trees, a couple bushes, stuff like that. Just a little bit of landscaping and a tree and some bushes in here to fill that gap. And some bushes over here just to be able to kind of, bring it in a little bit. And then, so here's the whole front entrance, and you'll walk up and got all these little, nice pretty flowers and stuff, and pretty cool little walkway, big porch, wraps all the way around. And you'll walk inside the front door and have all this stuff. I've already got the walls painted, got all the doors ready. All this stuff is ready to go. Now it's just time to start furnishing and doing the rest of the landscaping, and hopefully I'll be able to furnish a bunch of this. I don't know why it does this. It kind of pisses me off. But I have to go through every now and then while I'm doing this, and I'll see that stuff and just have to click it and then press circle. And for some reason it maybe the game is just like, hey, you're rendering too many things right now, buddy. Because there's quite a bit. Quite a bit. So like I said, I'll go in and show you the quarters over here. So this is my servants' quarters. We've got, big old kitchen for everybody to eat. Bunch of, 15 people can eat in here. Then we got the toilets, 4 toilets, and a little, whore's bath for a sink. And room for 8 people to sleep in beds. They may not all be able to sleep in the bed, obviously. Then we got the master's quarters. It's just a little bit more upgraded. Got a better looking kitchen. They got a TV in here and a couch, and then upstairs there's room for 4 to sleep, and they got a shower. So they're moving up in the world over here. And then you come back over, this is your little storage building. It's got everything you need to work and all that nice stuff, and it's got your, it's got everything. It's got some fertilizer on the side over there. And then we come over to the garage, or the barn, whatever you want to call it, who cares? It's got all the clutter in it that you'll ever want, ever need. It's got a car, it's got the plane in there. I don't know how they got it in there, but it's in there. And you'll go upstairs. This is all just kind of custom content. I built these, they're all just shelves. I turned it into, I guess, ladders, is the best way I can explain it. And so that's their way to get up here to the upstairs. My wife was all like, yeah, but how do people get up there? And I was like, you forget, there's a place with 15 people living in it that are considered servants next door. Historically, they're not servants. Then the main attic up here at the very top. Just more clutter. Basically what I wanted to do was just, as you look at it from a distance, you can tell it's just a clutter barn. It's full of stuff. It's one of those American Pickers barns, right? So But yeah, I mean, there's quite a bit still left to do, but I've got quite a bit going on already. It's been the better part of my day today to do everything I've done. And there's 4 other videos before this one that kind of document a good portion. Mainly it was me building the main house and then like kind of setting out the property and explaining what I was gonna do. But like I said, the first 4 videos is a lot of me showing how I built this house and what I did and how I did the nooks and crannies, and it's all just, full on plantation. This part I didn't have in the video, how I just extended these. All it is, it's, super easy. You just have the little thing up here, the arrow, and pull up and down. Now, I have it on the move objects sheet, so I can pretty much place anything anywhere I want, and that's how I have all the clutter in everywhere and so close to each other. And none of these 4 buildings essentially are even usable. They're literally just there for aesthetic. They're there to look. And so yeah, now like I said, it's on to building the what's it called? Furnishing the main house and doing the landscaping and the finishing touches of it all. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on. It'll be another 35-40 minute video, but I will not have the mic anymore. I kind of feel like I work a little bit better that way. And so yeah, have fun watching if you're watching, if there's anybody. If you are, go ahead, subscribe, like, share, whatever you got to do, all that nice stuff. And cool. I hope to hear from anybody. Alright, we're coming up on 35 minutes again. That's going to be the end of part 5 because I don't want to be too long. They're already super long videos. But you see, all that pretty much just took my time fucking decorating that all this. Sorry for my language. But yeah, so that's the whole downstairs almost is completely decorated, minus, you know, some pictures, paintings, rugs. That's what I'm going to go and do now. I like, you know, I don't know if you noticed, I built the little built-ins over here with the little sink in the dining room and made like a personal touch as far as it's been lived in. And they're not going to be usable per se. They can sit in them, but they can't eat at those spots. But there's still 5 spots and then 3 over here. So you can still have 8 people living here and 8 people easily eat somewhere, you know. It's not an issue. I figure with the size of the house, I can do plenty of custom content that's not usable and then still have plenty of usable area, so it's not really that big of a deal. Everything in this room will 100% be usable. Everything in here will 100% be usable. The entire bathroom will be usable. You know, so all the kitchen is 100% usable. I've done this many times with it being this close to the wall. They still sit down, they still eat there. Not an issue at all. And then yeah, so we got our built-ins over here, and then our trying to go period specific in the main house. You know, I've only have one TV so far on the entire property, the entire compound, and that's over in the master's quarters. Instead of a TV in the living room like I usually do above the fireplace, I just went ahead and just kept the fireplace, put some, you know, a bookshelf and some lights in there. Figure that's what they did back then, right? Other than, you know, the stuff that I can't mention. Anyway, and then yeah, so then there's the fireplace in the kitchen because I really thought that was a cool idea, and like I said, they were cool like that back then. They put fireplaces in their kitchens and their dining rooms, and I didn't want to put one in the dining room because I already had kind of limited space. And the one computer over here. So there's only one TV and one computer. Everything else has been period specific, and I'm gonna add a pool back in here, which isn't really all that, you know. That'll be the 3 modern touches: a computer, a TV, and a pool. Everything else, they'll just be, you know, their own devices and their own humanity back then. But anyway, that's about it for this video. Check back with me. I'm going to go ahead and upload number 6 probably later on this evening. Well, it's already 10:30 now, so probably I'm gonna load it tomorrow. I'm gonna wait and finish off the finishing touches and load up the very last bit of it tomorrow. But if you stop by, if you watched it, drop a like, subscribe, all that nice stuff, and let me know. Take it easy, guys.